Yeah, there's a ton of time in between starting the combo and being able to do it again.
An opponent like this should be easy. It's so mine. Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Here I come! You're finished!
Mega Ray!
Oops, I ran out of art.
This is it! Dig deep! Easier said than done. No excuses. This is
I also keep forgetting that I have other abilities besides the Rising Wyvern.
pathetic.
Parallax Stone. Renan Homeworld. And blacks. Okay. I thought they were immediately going to start talking. I was wrong. Ulzebek.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renan guardsmen.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Dahnans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr!
Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
Alright, this is roughly where I was before everything kind of just fell apart last time. Bro, what happened to you? Oh, your brother bit off more than he could chew. It's no use. I can't take on this bright eyes. Sounds like there was an explosion along with the tracks. Did the Crimson Crows cause that? I hope those armored soldiers don't stick around here either, and they leave just like they did in Moscow. These chickens have just laid their eggs. And those damn bright eyes, they took every last egg. They couldn't spare a single one. That sucks. Oh, so you're the recruit that Zephyr brought in, eh? Yep. I mean, but I wouldn't call myself a recruit. I just kind of joined him. Oh, really? Well, we've all heard plenty about you, so if you ever decide to join up with us, you'll definitely be more than welcome. Is there anything you want to know? Sure. What is this place? This is Ulzebek. It's a Dahnan enclave, like plenty of others in this realm. Unlike Mosgul, which is mainly a mining area, this place mostly produces food and other daily essentials. The Bright Eyes rarely show their faces here, which is why we've made it our headquarters. What is the situation? Our friends have made it back from the Shionne mine. Unfortunately, not everyone made it out there alive. We have to make sure their sacrifice won't be in vain. Is there anything else you want to know? Am I really that famous? Why are you so surprised? Of course you're famous, tough guy. Hard for people not to notice you wearing that mask of yours. And if that's not enough, you're always going out of your way to help people and make life less miserable. It's no wonder people talk about you. With that kind of reputation, I say you definitely belong with Crimson Crows. Nah, I think I'm good. Alright, catch you around. Just look out for armored soldiers and Zoogles when you go out.
What's this doing here?
Apple gel. Interesting. Why is he... Like, that's so weird. He jumps over that. And... like, that first step out of there is... you have no control. You just go. Like, I didn't move any of that. Anyway, I don't know why I'm being so distracted. Come on, quit standing around talking. We've got water to carry. But you saw those Crimson Crows members. They were hurt. Those Bright Eyes must have got them. I wonder if we're next. I don't know. Dad said the Bright Eyes can't afford to just kill their workers, but maybe they changed their mind. That's true. Maybe they did. And you are next. So I've been thinking of joining up with the Crimson Crows. You with them? But what can you do? Your body is so weak. Dang, dude. I didn't realize it was her saying that to him. I can still fight. I have to. It's for our kids. To give them a future. You've got to understand. I know, but... Pretty rude. People are up here sleeping. Is there anything out here? That's a negative. Let me talk to this dude. I'm short on both supplies and manpower over here. Guess I've got no choice but to ask Crimson Crows for help again. Okay. Jump down. I can make just about anything. Food, clothing, furniture. Not that there's anything left to make things with. I wonder how much longer this fighting will go on. There's so many Crimson Crows who've gotten injured and killed because of it. Who knows? I just hope things don't get any worse. Sends chills down my spine thinking about what might happen if they manage to make the Renans any angrier. Boy, who are you, boy? Oh. The wastelands ahead are inhabited by nothing but Zoogles for miles. If you don't have business out there, I'd stay far away. Oh, excuse me. These injuries should heal eventually. And when they do, I'm getting sent back to Mosgul. I doubt I'm going to make it out of there alive this time. Nothing here. And that's just where I just was. Talk to all these people. With the inn. That's where I'm gonna go. Be careful if you choose to go out. There's a garrison of armored soldiers up ahead. Okay. Oh wait, I could have. So many people. Why are there so many people? All this dark talk just makes today's work that much harder to get through than it is already. Are you telling me I shouldn't get involved with the Crimson Crows, old man? You're damn right I am, but when I was your age, we had people who were doing the same things as them folks, and ain't nothing's changed. Nothing. Them bright eyes find out we've got a Crimson Crow hiding among us. You could be sure there'll be hell for everyone to pay in Uzbek. She's right, they'll kill us all. Each and every one of us. You know how they operate. Exactly. I'd give second thought before you do something we'll all regret. Regret. As much as I hate to admit it, they're both right. I hate the Renans as much as everyone else, but trying to fight them is suicide. There's only one way going to end for them. Crimson Crows, and it ain't going to be pretty. Just give it up. It's hopeless against the Renans. ... Okay. Easy peasy. Lemon. Squeezy. Dun 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 dun. Sounds like there's a bit of ruckus close by. Did something happen? I don't know what's going on around here. Long as it don't make my life any harder, though, I don't give a hoot. It's been a long and hard enough struggle making it to this age as it is. My creaky old body can't take much more. Okay. After working with the hands all my life, I can't hardly see nothing with these old eyes anymore. Random. The road over there leads to the Iglia Wastes. You won't find any Renans since it's all just ruin and abandoned villages, but it's crawling with stray Zoogles, so be careful if you go there. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be so mad if, like, coming back here after doing what I'm supposed to creates, like, items or something. Ooh, I've lived in Caligula all my life, so I like to think I can take a little heat, but this is really pushing it. That's why I've got to stay hydrated. Can't afford to collapse from the heat stroke while looking out for Renans. Yeah, freaking bet. I can't. So this whole place is hot because of the master core of the guy. It seemed like there was a big commotion earlier, so I decided to hide in here and wait. You think it's finally safe for me to come out? My guess is probably not. It's probably about to get cray, son. We've got to stay vigilant for signs of armored soldiers. We can't have a repeat of what happened to the old Xeon mine. So I can just hop down there, though, if I wanted. Oh my gosh. There's actually something. Scrap meat. Scraps of leftover meat from various animal parts, though a little unseemly. With preparation, it can be eaten.
What's this thing?
It's scrap meat. I just read that. Well, snap, I didn't talk to you. I'm out on patrol on Zephyr's orders. You can never be too careful when dealing with Bright Eyes. If any of us sense even a whiff of trouble, all we have to do is give the signal and everyone can hide immediately. Pretty sure I basically talked to everyone that I could. Except for everyone that I need to. These are rations we managed to swipe back from the Bright Eyes. You're welcome to have some. Just make sure they don't see you with them. Thanks, I'll be careful. My kids are starving over here, and they somehow expect us to keep them fed on next to nothing but all means. Your kids are more than welcome to have them. It makes the risk we take getting these rations that much more worthwhile. I'm glad you're okay. Quick, get inside.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... Yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay? Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid we don't have any Renan clothing. I could find you some Dahna outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nate and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Ocean Blue Battle Garb. Zephyr left your party. Well, gosh darn it, Zephyr. Are we really going to bet it all on Iron Mask and his Renan lady friend? I'm not sure I like our odds. Well, if Zephyr says they're good, it must be true. We'll just have to trust them. It's true. Nate's still talking to the others. You'll find him outside. You should go say hi to him. Okay? Exclamation point. You're not only new here, you don't remember much at all, right? Well, if you got any questions, lay them out. I'll see what I can tell you. Oh my gosh. What's your group's goal? Ideally, we'd like to drive out the Renans, but I'm sure you know they've got us more than a little outgunned. For now, we're mostly waiting for a chance to strike as we sabotage what we can, gather intel, and help other slaves along the way. Although apparently our big chance is right around the corner if Zephyr and the rest are to be believed. How do the Renans fight? The Bright Eyes wear those huge armored suits and fight using astral arts and sicking their zoogles on people. You're dead meat if you try to take them head on, so we have to fight using greater numbers and by taking advantage of the terrain. Most of us aren't like Zephyr. We can't take them alone one-on-one like him, unfortunately. That's why we're so glad to have you two on board with us. We could use all the help we can get. Anything else? Sure. What are you guys doing? In Ulzbek. Ulzbek is one of the enclaves where Dahnan slaves live. It's mostly responsible for producing food. The Bright Eyes don't have any outposts here and hardly come through on patrol, which is what made us decide to set up shop here. In exchange for agreeing to keep quiet about our whole presence, we give out supplies to the residents and help them with their needs. Also doesn't hurt that nobody's a fan of the Bright Eyes either, though. Anything else? What can you tell me about the Renans? The big planet in the sky is their homeworld, Rena, while the smaller object is Lenegis. Did she say Lenegis? Lenegis? Their stronghold and where the Bright Eyes come from. Oh, and about that name, we call them Bright Eyes because their eyes light up whenever they use astral arts. Pretty simple, right? It's true. Likewise, they love to call us embeddeds, since we're all embedded with a spirit core as soon as we're born. But when someone joins the Crimson Crows, they dig theirs out. It's our way of showing we're not slaves to anybody any longer. Oh, excuse me. The big shot Renans in charge, the lords. They wear different outfits from the rest. They're made of weird fabric and stick out like a sore thumb. Anything else? What are Zoogles? Zoogles are the monsters you often see tagging along with Bright Eyes. I couldn't tell you how many different kinds there are, but I do know that they're all nasty and real dangerous. There's also feral ones you'll find wandering around outside. Most of those escaped from their keepers. We call those strays. Anything else you wanted to ask? What are the astral arts? It's what Bright Eyes refer to the powers that they use. They're basically like a kind of magic. Dahnans can't use astral arts for themselves, which makes Renans as much of a pain to deal with as their Zoogle pets. Anything else? I'm good, thanks. The other members and I are going to devise our plan of attack. I have to let them know that I intend to make you guys the centerpiece of the whole operation. Dang, centerpiece. Is there a ladder in here? There is a ladder in here. Who did that? That takes care of that and that. I guess that leaves this right here. I have to hurry and treat it before it gets bad. Walk a doggy. What is happening? Who is doing that? Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, that's what it is.
Woohoo!
Rabbit ears. Rabbit ears that project innocence. They look big enough to pick up even the quietest conversations.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
I'm surprised there are owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
Well, at least now I know to listen for that. Woohoo! The position's good because you can keep it on every entrance from here. In a worst case scenario, we can flee along the mountains too. That's how much Zephyr's thought this whole operation out. He's the leader of organization for a reason. I mean, you're telling me no one else could say, hey, take the high ground, look at all the entrances? Kinda makes sense.
Nath, we need your help.
Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
I love how he's like, just check in with that guy.
I wonder if something happened.
Like water and oil.
Try to be careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Dahnans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do, and I'll do whatever it takes and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.